Hello everybody, welcome to Dakman Productions and welcome to Conahee Central, my MPC air layout. I believe this is the very first time I made a video introduction featuring Conahee Central, which is an 90% all MPC era using traditional tubular track. So yes, I have two different layouts. I like to keep things separate, so all my scale, legacy, and MCC line out trains are on one layout called Conahee High Rail Layout, and then all my line out MPC air trains are on Conahee Central. So I like to keep things separate for me. So I was watching Joker's Trains YouTube channel. And I have been watching him for quite some time, although he didn't realize it until I decided to type in the messenger and finally revealed that yes, I've been watching him. He was like kind of like shocked. He goes, "Dakman, I didn't realize you even watched my YouTube channel. Why not? Why not watch other YouTube channels?" I do watch other YouTube channels. I rather enjoy to see what they're doing, what they're up to, what their thoughts are on things, their opinions, what they like. And it's always interesting to see other people and what their thoughts are and modeling and opinions and stuff. And speaking of opinions, people like Joker's Trains for his honest, straightforward opinion. And he will give you, not only will he give you an opinion about something, but he'll tell you why, and I think that's important to go along with it. And while not many people may agree with that, he still gives you a reason why his opinion is that way, and I think that's why people like watching him. He does really well with his live streams, which is what I mainly watch, his live streams, so does very good with those. He's a steam guy, and I'm a diesel guy. I'll still watch him, yeah, of course. Trains are trains. So if you're all steam, yeah, I'll still come over, hang out, and run some trains, whatever, you know. Trains are trains. It's all fun, hanging out with people, making new friends, right? Now, the thing about Joker's Trains is that he will tell you his honest opinion straight up, and he does not sugarcoat it, you know. He tells you what his thoughts are. And so I would consider him like the Howard Stern of the O-Gauge community, because he is, you know, so straightforward, and he doesn't sugarcoat nothing. He tells you his opinions, whether you like it or not. I mean, you don't have to agree with him, but you know, he makes some good valid points on a lot of things, and people like him for that. But one of the things that he's been, you know, the viewers have asked him is about the reefer cars, and then he finally, somebody made a joke of, you know, maybe perhaps a Joker's reefer car challenge, and then finally he came on video and said, yeah, let's go ahead and do the reefer car challenge. Now this video is going to be a little late to that because of certain things that's happening in my life right now. So this video is probably going to be like 3 or 4 weeks after his announcement. But hey, it's never too late, right? Now the reason why I'm on this side of the fence is because, you know, for the Conrail era, I don't run any woodside reefers. Woodside reefers were gone by the time Conrail came around. And the way I run my railroad, because everybody runs it differently, not saying you have to run it this way, everybody's got their own way. But I like to run prototypical on that side of the fence. So since the woodside reefers were gone, then you won't see any woodside reefer cars on the Conrail layout. And I've heard comments, you know, how prototypical can you be with the middle rail? I've heard it all, but I don't care. That's the way I like to run over there, and I'm going to continue to do it. However, for this side of the fence, the MPC era, I do have plenty of woodside reefers. Now, they're not going to be up to the par of Atlas or even RMT. But they're still fun. It was a fun era. And I think a lot of people overlook the MPC era. Now, were they the most highly detailed, well-made cars? No. The whole point of the MPC era was to produce and offer trains to the working class Americans so they could afford to get into the hobby. And that's how I feel about the MPC era. Which brings me up to my next point. I see so many complaints, people saying, oh, Lionel has driven us hobbyists out of the O-gauge hobby. We can't afford it no more. We're done. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? It's like, okay, so the new stuff is out of your price range. Have you ever considered getting into the MPC era trains? Okay, again, they're not the most well detailed, but they have some colorful cars. I've loved the MPC era. Even a high railer like me, O-gauge high rail person like me, I still love the MPC era stuff. You can buy cars like this in a box, brand new in a box, anywhere from $15 to, I've seen the highest maybe $25, $30, depending on what it is. So $10 to $30, brand new. They have metal wheels. Okay, so they got plastic trucks on them. So what? They got molded in steps instead of real applied steps. Big deal. You still have, if you're seriously considering getting into the O-gauge hobby, there's a way to do it with the MPC era stuff. And the MPC era trains out of the box, you can find them under the table for $5 to $8 a shot. So you can very easily get into the O-gauge hobby if you really chose to do so. Locomotives. You can buy brand new MPC era locomotives from anywhere from, I've seen them from 125 all the way to 175, maybe 200 if it's something really rare. Usually you can buy used ones anywhere from $50 to $80 without the box. Now, the one thing you have to keep in mind about the brand new MPC era locomotives, you better plan on taking them apart when you get home. I know it sounds crazy, but the problem with buying brand new MPC era locomotives is because the grease that they use from the factory will be congealed, meaning it'll be hardened. So you actually have to take the trucks apart, the gears apart, and clean up all the gears and get all that hard grease out of them and throw fresh new grease on it and reassemble it. So if you're not prepared to put in the extra elbow grease to do the proper maintenance into, preparing your new MPC era locomotive to run, then I would suggest you look for a used one. There's still plenty of tubular track out there for sale at the train shows. So you can put yourself together a very nice layout if you wanted to very cheaply using MPC era trains. Okay, yeah, they have single motors and stuff like that. But you can lock the units together if you so choose to do so and run, two locomotives to pull along the train. No biggie. But anyway, getting back to the reefer run, again, I always enjoyed the colorful colors of the MPC era reefers. Ever since I got my first train set as a kid in 1976, my parents would take me to the hobby shop for Christmas, and I would always pick stuff out. So, I see you drink beer there on your videos, Zach. And so you probably enjoy this because I heard you're saying that, you like to have a rec room. But my dad had just what you're talking about doing. He had a 6-person bar, a wet bar. He had the Pat's Blue Ribbon. I remember this huge Pat's Blue Ribbon beer sign. It must have been like 6 foot long. And then he had a Schaefer's beer sign. He had a full-blown pool table and dartboard and all that fun stuff in his basement. So he wasn't really a train guy. Now, Joker's trains pretty much said the whole point of the challenge is for people to run their trains. And I'm glad he made this challenge because, believe it or not, these woodside reefers, I have not run them since 1988. They've just been sitting in boxes on shelves as display pieces. And once again, all MPC era woodside reefers. I mean, just check out the colors on these things. I just always loved the colors. And right there, the special car, that was my dad's favorite beer right there, Black Label. To put it mildly, a lot of his friends would call it Panther P instead of beer, but everybody's got their own opinions about different beers, I guess. Gold medal, we always use gold medal flour in the house, and my mom would always buy us Cracker Jacks at the store. We always drank Tropicana juice. And here you guys go. I showed this layout before. Oops, sorry. I showed this layout before on camera. All about 90%. And there's stuff that's newer than MPC error on here that I've added. But for the most part, that's what it is. So for those of you wondering, this is a MPC era Preamble Express, and not the Line Out Legacy one that they came out with like 2 or 3 years ago. Alright, so this train actually runs a lot more reliable than some of the newer Line Out. Rolling stock, hate to say it that way, but you know, I don't, even though the couplers are plastic, I never had a coupler uncouple on any of these MPC era trains. You can run them all day long, walk away from them, not have to worry about anything. Alright, so let's put this train in price perspective, just to show you how affordable this is. So I have 13 reefer cars, and, you know, I've run them, so they're not worth, you know, $30 anymore. But just let's say you find somebody selling them for $20 a shot. There's 13 of them here. That's $260 invested into 13 reefer cars. So we're at $260. Throw in $10. I've seen these cabooses anywhere from $10 to $15. So $10 for the caboose. That's $270. And supposing we find a locomotive brand new for $150. Add that to the set, and that's $420 to buy this whole complete train set. $420 for an MPC era brand new locomotive, 13 woodside reefer cars, and a caboose. Really came in cheaper than buying a single Line Out Legacy diesel locomotive, which is pushing $600. So you can buy a whole entire MPC era train set for the price of one Line Out Legacy diesel locomotive. So something to think about. I hope you guys enjoyed another Deck Band Productions video. We'll see you trackside at another train show. Goodbye.